let me ask you something. Is this a role-playing game? Or is this an action-adventure game? Because lately, I'm starting to feel like it's not a role-playing game, because I'm certainly not playing the role that I want to. Okay. Let's talk about the problem. I think it's perfectly manifested in this quest here, in Ivala's story chain. This is a big problem I've had for a while, but this is the perfect place to talk about it. The illusion of choice. Many times when you're questing, you have the situation where your character just nods, smile and nod, and that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine because it's neutral, and so you can put whatever personality you want on that nod that you want to. But lately, what we've seen a lot more of is dialogue options, dialogue choices for you that mean jack shit. Sometimes the dialogue options are the exact same thing. Sometimes it's worse, like in this case. A little preemptive background for this incident. I'm in the Ivala's story chain, and Ramza had just finished having an outburst, pretty racist and embarrassing outburst to the Mughals here. He actually yelled at them and called them mole rats and made one of them cry and tremble and shake. And it pissed me off so much because there was nothing I could do about it. This little shit is standing there yelling at a Mughal in my presence, the Warrior of Light's presence. And what do? I stand there helplessly unable to act. That's not okay. The little Mughal's sitting there trembling and shaking, and I'm standing there like an observer, like I'm not even there. And after this incident, this cat here, Lena, she's like, oh man, I can't believe, I don't know what was worse, his outburst or the fact that nobody did anything about it. And I'm like, I know. I wanted to do something about it. I'm not just going to stand here and let Mughals be harassed. This is not what I would do. You would have to hold me back. Like, I'd have to have all three of these Banga holding me back from this little shit if this were actually a role-playing game. Anyway, he's still terrible. You talk to him and he's like, is Ridorana truly as magnificent as they say? Oh, what? You never been there? And here I was thinking you might have something to contribute. Who do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? Do you know how many people I've killed? Why don't you back up a little bit with your supercuts hairdo, with your cape, with your lip gloss, okay? Why don't you back up and respect your elders here? Anyway, that was the lead up to this quest, to this incident. So that wasn't even the main thing. It just got me ready. It got my blood boiling. It got me ready. I'm already pissed off, right? So then I get this quest, my power, my pleasure, my pain. On a side note, yes, the description is funny. Something is on principle, Genovus' mind. Unfortunately, it's not what you think it is. Okay, that's funny. Giggity. I got it out of the way. I had to mention it. Accept the quests, and basically what's happening here is Genovus says, hey, we're still doing some research. We're working out the maths. This is going to take a little time, but hey, that dramaturge over there said he needed you. Why don't you go and talk to him? He said he had some questions for you. And I'm like, finally, somebody has some questions for me. Good. So I walk over there to indulge him in this. He doesn't have a question. You know what he has for me? A little poem for me. And it says, there's few so loath to take their rest than venturers without a quest. For shorn of work to give them worth, they soon become a source of mirth. Let me translate that for you. He's basically saying, ha ha ha, you're unemployed. You don't have anything to do right now. You are a joke. That's what he's saying to me. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm already fired up from this incident with the Mughals, and you're gonna poke at me right now? I don't think so, buddy. What are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? You're sitting on ass. You have nothing to do either. And so I say, quoth the man idling in an airship. And I'm like, perfect. I have an excellent piece of dialogue that goes in line with my values and morals and mood right now. Click on it. She's got this smug expression, and I'm totally pleased with this outcome. He says, "Touché. I'll leave you to your devices then." And I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good about how this went. I'm feeling good about today. Goodbye. Please don't talk to me again. But guess what? Guess what? You know what Square Enix says to that? Try again, please. I'm sorry. Please try again. You have failed the quest. Click on Genomus. You got the same quest available. Like nothing just happened. This is Square Enix telling you, oh, you don't like people crapping on you? Too bad. You picked the wrong answer. Try again. Okay, we're going to beat you into submission. We don't allow a warrior of light to have pride or dignity around here. And so I click on it, and I just couldn't believe. The first time I thought, did I do something wrong? And I did it again. I was like, this is the same thing again. He calls me a joke. He makes fun of me. And you can't click with man idling in air. You can't make fun of him back. You can't stand up for yourself. You have to click, adventure will find me in time. Oh, I guess someday my prince will come. You know, that's what they want me to say. They want me to bend over, roll over, and just take this abuse after the incident with the Moogle. So I have to click it with a smile on my face. I never felt so disconnected from my character. To add insult to injury, he goes on and he's like, oh, but it has, my friend. It has. My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, that you're the woman to speak to. So basically what he's saying is he's had all these little gossipy shithead conversations with his friends about, oh, that warrior of light, you think she's so great? All she does is fetch items for people. Go, hey, why don't you tell her to go fetch 4 raptor eggs? I'm sure she'll love that. And then he tells me that to my face, and there's nothing I could do about it. Unbelievable. He's like, why don't you bring me a bottle of wine? Oh, and not just any wine. Make it rose themed and make it Eorzean. So now I'm going to go fetch something for this dick ass who just insulted me, who I'm not allowed to insult back. Oh, and not just any wine. Like, what am I? Am I a fucking intern? Am I an intern around here? I don't think so. I'm not level 1. A saved Alamigo. Warrior of Light. We're like Doormat of Light. That's what I'm here to do. You know, it's not like I'm the only one here having a bad time. If you talk to this Bonga, he basically says he wishes he was dead. He's like, we Bonga live long. It's a curse. More summers mean more suffering. And you know what? I understand because he's in the room with the Ramza and the dramaturge. So I'm starting to feel the same way, Renok. I'm on your side here. If you want me to play a character that just bows down to this kind of verbal abuse, why did you even let me create my own character? Why don't you just have me select a pre-created character with a different personality? Zeppelin, how about Zeppela don't? Zeppela, don't stand up for yourself. Zeppela, don't protect the Moogles. Zeppela, don't slap the shit out of this child. As you can see, this video is about 9 minutes long, and the YouTube algorithm likes it better when I make a video that's 10 minutes long. Since we're almost there, I'm just going to go ahead and ramble for a little bit. In closing, let me just say that I realized that in JRPGs and in Final Fantasy games historically, meaningful character dialogue options are not common. That's a feature more common to Western RPGs. I know that. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a neutral hero that just goes and does whatever is needed for the single plot, not branching narratives or anything like that. My main issue is giving 2 options and having one of those options be the wrong answer. Have one of those options be the quest ending answer. I think that sends a message to the player that their thinking is wrong, their attitude is wrong, and I just don't like that. I don't think it's great. And also, how much harder would it have been for them just to write a line of dialogue that correlates to the other option? I mean, he could have said, maybe you're right. Well, since we both don't have anything to do, why don't you head on over to Wineport and pick up a bottle of wine, honey? You know, would that have been tough? That's just off the top of my head, a solution for this problem. But I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm just, you know, this is a comedy video. Don't take it too seriously. I had a lot of fun making it. And I think we're past the 10-minute mark. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And don't forget to press the notification bell so you can get alerted when there's a new video out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.